Did you know that Japan's entire economy is largely controlled by just 6 massive corporate groups? These conglomerates, known as the Keiretsu, hold enormous influence over Japan's financial, manufacturing, and tech sectors. Their dominance isn't just national, it spans the globe. But how did these corporate giants rise to power? How do they continue to maintain such a tight grip on Japan's economic landscape? In today's video, we're uncovering the secrets behind Japan's 6 major keiretsu and their extraordinary influence. Japan's economy is largely shaped by the 6 major keiretsu, massive, interconnected business conglomerates that dominate multiple industries. These are 1. Mitsubishi Keiretsu, 2. Mitsui Keiretsu, 3. Sumitomo Keiretsu, 4. Fu Keiretsu, 5. Daiichi Kangyo Keiretsu, 6. Sanwa Keiretsu. These groups are involved in nearly every sector, from banking, insurance, and automobiles to steel, chemicals, and electronics. What's even more shocking is that more than half of Japan's publicly traded companies are tied to one of these 6 keiretsu. For example, Mitsubishi Keiretsu controls companies like Mitsubishi Bank, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, Mitsubishi Electric, Mitsubishi Motors, and Mitsubishi Corporation. Mitsui Keiretsu oversees Mitsui & Company, Mitsui Sumitomo Bank, and Toyota Group. Although these companies seem separate, they are all part of a tightly knit web of business relationships that give these groups extraordinary power. The origins of these powerful corporate groups trace back to the zaibatsu system of the Meiji era in the late 19th century. The Japanese government, aiming to industrialize rapidly, helped create and strengthen large family-owned conglomerates like Mitsubishi, Mitsui, and Sumitomo. These companies quickly became the backbone of Japan's economic engine. However, after World War II, the United States led efforts to dismantle Japan's zaibatsu, fearing that such concentrations of power could lead to another military expansion. But rather than being fully dissolved, these zaibatsu evolved into corporate keiretsu, sprawling networks of interconnected companies that maintain deep ties through cross-shareholding and business relationships. This transformation allowed the keiretsu to maintain their influence, even after the formal breakup of the old zaibatsu system. Today, they still control vast portions of Japan's economy and remain largely intact despite changes in the global business environment. The 6 major keiretsu have managed to retain their dominance for several reasons, and it comes down to 3 key factors. 1. Control of financial networks. The banks tied to these keiretsu are the backbone of Japan's corporate funding system. Mitsubishi UFJ Bank, Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, and Mizuho Bank are the giants behind much of the funding for Japan's largest companies. Through these financial ties, keiretsu banks influence business decisions and ensure that companies remain financially stable, with mutual support systems to weather economic storms. 2. Cross-shareholding and close business ties. In Japan, it's common for companies within the same keiretsu to hold each other's stock. This cross-shareholding creates interdependence between firms, where business success is tightly linked. For instance, Toyota Motors, part of the Mitsui Keiretsu, is heavily supported by Mitsui & Company and Mitsui Sumitomo Bank. This system locks companies into long-term relationships that reduce competition and create stability across industries. 3. Global expansion and control. These conglomerates are not just dominant in Japan, their reach extends across the globe. Mitsubishi, for instance, has a huge presence in North America, Europe, and the Middle East. Sumitomo is a major player in mining, steel, and telecommunications worldwide. Mitsui controls significant shares of the global energy, chemical, and logistics sectors. Their international business networks ensure that they are not only the titans of Japan's economy but are also shaping global markets. Despite their long-standing dominance, the keiretsu face significant challenges today. Economic stagnation. Japan's economy has been in a period of stagnation since the 1990s, with slow growth and high levels of debt. Many of the Keiretsu companies have struggled to adapt to a changing market. Rise of tech giants. Global tech companies like Apple, Amazon, and Google are taking a larger slice of the market, and this has shifted the balance of power away from traditional industries controlled by the Keiretsu. Government regulation. The Japanese government has started to push for greater market liberalization, reducing the Keiretsu's ability to influence business practices in the same way they once did. Despite these hurdles, the Keiretsu are far from done. They're now pushing into new technologies, such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and digital transformation. The future of the Six Major Keiretsu will depend on how quickly they can adapt to the demands of the modern, tech-driven global economy. The Six Major Keiretsu have been the backbone of Japan's economic power for over a century. They've withstood wars, economic downturns, and changing business landscapes. But in today's world, dominated by global tech giants and open markets, their future is uncertain. Will the Keiretsu continue to dominate not just Japan but the world? Or will their reign end, as they're overtaken by the next generation of tech-driven business models? What do you think? Will the Keiretsu remain at the top, or is their time over? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest content about the world of business and economics. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of business, history, and economics.